Well, boys and girls, we got a special treat here for you. Chris has brought his brand new Model X. And how do you like it?
It's amazing. Everything about it is really nice, which you probably know from the Plaid.
Well, the Plaid is one thing, but as you probably know, I really wasn't a big fan of the back seat. This, on the other hand, is the ultimate back seat as far as I can tell. And so I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say about it and everything else like that. I like the color. I'm a big fan of white vehicles. I don't know why, but that's to me makes this car look, I don't know, the best. Yeah. So how long have you had it?
About a month. We ordered it February 2021 and we took delivery March 2022.
This is really and truly the first time I've...
Yeah, so it's locked right now.
Okay.
It got confused by me being kind of close to it, but if I click here, that should open up.
And it does.
Everything is automatic, including the doors. So then if you click right there...
And this is the one I want to see, because I'm pretty sure that that front seat is going to be the exact same as all the... I didn't know this was a 3-row seating.
Yep, this is a 6-seater. 222.
Wow. Oh my God. These seats are identical. Does this still have that pedestal thing? Yep.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Almost identical. This is where Elon's getting his economy of scale. Well, let me just jump in here for a second. Oh. Okay, so you've heard me say this probably too many times. I think that the Tesla front seats are the most comfortable seats on the planet. So I already know what that one's going to be like because this one here is great. I'm just going to jump back. I want to sit in this one back here. Oh, this is starting to look familiar. Actually, this may be, this is a little tight, but this feels better somehow than the, somehow this feels better than the Model S.
The back seats of the Model S?
Yeah, the back seat of the Model S and me didn't really get along. This one here is, this is not bad. How much did you pay for this thing?
This one's around 100 grand is what we paid, but Tesla's raised prices a lot since we ordered in 2021.
Oh yeah?
So this exact spec is going to be close to 120,000, I believe, and that's without full self-driving.
That's without full self-driving?
Yep, just base autopilot on this one.
Really? Well, the appointments inside here definitely are luxurious. There's no question about that. It's too bad the price went up, but I mean, everything's gone up. Everything. Oops. Uh-oh, I've just ruined your carpet here.
So you can also, if you want to stay back there, you can move the seat here. And there's a setting so you can click it once, but because we have child seats here normally, we don't have that. So you can hold this and move the seat out of the way.
Ah,
and this
well,
may be a little nicer spot for you to get out of.
That's hard to say. It was easy getting in from the front. Yeah. That's a big hole, so yeah, it probably is.
There you go.
So how does your wife like it? Because that's more important probably than... So how do you get it back? Same thing?
Yep, same button. Wife is obsessed with it. I joked about, because prices have gone up so much, I joked about selling it. And I asked her what gas car she would want instead, and she laughed at me, basically.
Oh, really? Huh.
So, yeah, no gas cars.
So you have a good marriage then, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. I like I said, this is the car that, this is the car. Oh, you've got a yoke as well. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Oh, yeah. This is just like the S.
So the front will be very similar to the S, except much more space, headroom. I think a bit wider as well, maybe.
I even have place for my my phone here. This is, you know, not a big deal, but I love the fact that I can charge this thing continuous. So that's one of the things that I miss on the Rivian. I don't have. It's got a thing for plugging it in, but it's really nice to just lay it down and get that done. Wow. So can we take it for a little ride?
Of course, yeah. You want to drive it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is the long range, not the Plaid, but it's still got a pretty good kick. It still has insane mode, sport mode, and chill mode, and then it also has drag strip mode. So we don't have to do that today, but it'll warm up the batteries and everything and lower the front end, so it'll do all that stuff.
I'd like to just drive it around and get a feel for it.
So all doors, like I said, are automatic. So if you want to just put your foot on the brake.
No.
It'll close it for you.
Oh, that is cool. So does it have ludicrous as well, or is it just insane and then goes to track mode? Or
this is just insane as the fastest, and then it has sport mode below that, and then chill mode below that. What I'm noticing is a giant windshield.
This windshield is huge, but you know what's even better is it swings right over the top of my head. See, I just went through looking at the Mercedes, and it's got blue lights that you can turn to red and green and all kinds of other stuff, and it's got more buttons and dials and whatnot than you could possibly imagine. Oh, wait a minute, you went and looked at it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was sitting in it.
Yeah, that is not my kind of car. This, on the other hand, I like this. I like subdued elegance, I think is a good way of putting it out. I mean, I don't need to have a lot of bling and whatever.
Well, it's just crazy how the acceleration, unlike older Teslas, you still have it after 60. Like, really good.
Yeah. This thing handles, you know, I'm sure it's exactly the same as the S, but for some reason or other it feels more, it just feels better. I don't know what the right word might be, but it feels better. Yeah, it's a big car, but it handles like a sports car. Boys and girls, we're in for a treat. Yep, it's not every day that I expose myself. Hey boys and girls, this episode of Munro Live is brought to you by our friends over at Henson Shaving. Here at Munro & Associates, we get excited about good manufacturing. The razor itself is made in Canada at an aerospace machine shop. The advanced machining allows the razor to be produced with incredibly tight tolerances. Those tolerances really matter when the blade exposure is so small. This very small amount of blade exposure eliminates cuts, nicks, and irritation. I really like the built-in channels. It's easy to clean with a quick rinse under the tap. The blades themselves are recyclable and only cost about a dime. You can buy them from Henson, or you can get them many other places online. Turns out the blade wasn't the issue, it's how you support it that really counts. And now for the ultimate test. The ultimate test for any guy that's trying to shave is what his wife or girlfriend thinks. So I have my lovely volunteer. This is my wife Susan. Okay, so now, what do you think?
Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, 40 grit to like 400 grit.
Nice, 400 grit.
Nice.
Yeah. There we go.
Kissing smooth.
There we are. And now you have it. Everything is good. Except I got soap in my eyes. I just like good engineering. I like it when people do things really well. There's no reason why. I mean, it doesn't usually cost more to get the job done right. It's always somebody that wants to get it done in a cheap way or a slow way. Or I hate it when people say, well, let's sit down and consider all of the options. Really?
Yep, you pay for it later when you do it that way.
You always do, always, and they never learn. They keep doing the same over and over again, thinking somehow I'm going to get a better answer. I think it has something to do with how many MBAs you've got in your factory or in your corporation. You know what? Once around the parking lot, I want to see what. So in the Rivian, if I hit this, yeah, in the Rivian I'd go flying, but this one here just.
Oh, it absorbed it better? Okay, that's good.
Yeah. And we did a study on the F-150, the Silverado, and the Ram, and we ran around the parking lot before we had it all paved and redone. And wow, the Silverado Corey said, "Stop the car, I'm gonna puke." Yeah. Excellent. So how will we park it? Oh yeah, press the pedal. You know what? This is really a beautiful car. I can guarantee you that your wife is always gonna. Buying one of these things is the last car you ever have to buy, ever.
Yeah.
You'll never have to do anything again, ever. There's nothing going to fall apart or die. The battery pack is going to last 1,000,000 miles, regardless to what any of the guys on what is it? What's the name of that? CNN, the guy there that continuously throw rocks at Tesla.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he knows something, but he doesn't know this. This is really spectacular. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me drive it around.
Thank you.
I'm really, really impressed. I like this better than the S. I really do. I think if I was going to do something, this would be the one. I really do. You made a good choice.
Thank you. It's great. So much room, comfy, quiet, and I can just get the door for you there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this
you're
is
trapped
really
with
wonderful.
I got the child locks on back there.
Oh yeah. So can you open this with the gulls open?
Sorry?
Can you open this?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah?
You can open everything all together. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wanted to see the front actually.
Sure.
Let's have a look at this first. Okay, there's only one thing that I wanted them to steal from Ford Motor Company. Was that drain? I want this now this is really fancy though. I don't know if I'd want to fill this up with ice, but I just think that, and this is a family car really. You don't want to have loads of beer in the front here with it. But that's the only deal. I'd probably, drill a hole in there and put a drain in.
Well, in the F-150, I love how all of this lifts with it.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to steal that as well.
That's two good things, because you know what, when you're trying to, actually, the F-150 rides a little higher,
right.
The Lightning does. So it makes it easy to do that kind of a deal. This, if I drop this down and put it onto the bonnet, then what happens is I don't have that same intrusion. I'd like to have more, if you like, I'd like to have more crash worthiness here. Oh. So I might skip that off the Lightning, but definitely the Mach-E's, the little drain hole, that would be something that I definitely would ask Elon to drill another hole in or something. Yeah. So is this also automatic, or is there?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Just like all the other Teslas, it's manual.
Yeah. And look at that, I managed to close it first time. Let's just have I just want to have a look at this deck lid here.
Go for it. Button, just like on the S.
Just like, Model 3.
I had that back there for demonstration. I can move it for you because
No, that's fine.
there's like normal.
Oh, there's something underneath?
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, you should have shoved it in here.
I brought the dirt to put in the Rivian. People wanted to see something in the bed. So
Oh,
yeah, you
cool.
have this shelf here. You can also, if you want, you can lower this shelf down so that you can have
Oh,
more
you got
space.
two stages.
On left and right, you have more storage over here. And then, of course, the seats can go down if you like.
Oh, it's got a smuggler's cap. What?
The seats can go down as well if you like, which is normally how we have it. But if you put them down, there's no good way for them to come up. You gotta like crawl in there, press this button again, and yank them back up. So that's something they could definitely improve on. That's probably my biggest complaint is these are annoying to put up and down.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I just, you know, if I'm going to spend the money, it's the Mercedes was $140,000. I'd save the extra 20 grand and buy one of these. I don't know. This is really a nice car.
This will have similar range, supercharger network, of course.
Yeah,
Tesla software updates and
yeah.
all of that. Yeah, this is probably a much better value.
Well, I like everything about it. So, where do we find the button for closing it?
Right there.
Oh, what a good idea. I shouldn't have had my sunglasses on. Look up, you can't see anything. And that's the wrong thing because you still got a bag of stuff you got to
It's
put in
good.
there.
I can get it later.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay, so I got to tell you, I've changed my mind I've changed my mind on what's the best car. I've decided to move away from the Model S Plaid. Don't send hate mail. I like this better. I like it a lot better. I'm really, really impressed with this. I'm sure that your wife is not going to switch for anything. I even like the color. So this has been brilliant. Thank you again, Chris, for wonderful, wonderful experience. I wish I had a little longer to play with this thing. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to contact Chris and see his channel, it's Dirty Tesla. So by all means, go out there and have a look at what he's having to say. I'm sure you've done a number of different things with this, right?
Yep.
On your channel.
And more coming up.
And more coming up. So there you go. I can hardly wait to see that cross-country tour. For,
Yeah.
So anyways, thanks for watching, and stay tuned, and we'll have more for you on Munro Live. Thank you. Bye.